And now, using your PC as a phone. Voice over Internet Protocol, or VoIP, is changing the way we make telephone calls, providing a cheap and reliable alternative to using old-fashioned telephone lines. It's also making it easier to use video phones. Joining us from New York to talk about this is Bryan Martin of 8x8. Bryan, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
First, Bryan, some basics. Internet telephone, how does this work? What do you need? Can you use any sort of internet line?
You can use any kind of high-speed internet, and all you really need is some simple equipment. This is a little telephone adapter box that we provide our customers, and you simply hook your telephone into it and you can call anyone at any phone number anywhere in the world. It's just your call is going over the internet.
So you don't have to be calling someone else who has this internet set up?
No, that's one of the great breakthroughs here in recent months is we're giving out regular phone numbers to people, and frankly the people you're calling won't even know that you're on a voice over IP line.
What's the quality like?
The quality is great. We've seen survey results where people either can't tell the difference of voice over IP, or in some cases they actually prefer the voice over IP call.
Prefer it why?
Well, you get a higher fidelity. You know, the phone system is so old and those copper wires can only carry so much information. They were really limited in what they were designed for. And with modern electronics and technologies that are in these devices, not only can you send very high quality voice, but you can send other things like video.
And talk about that a little bit. Why is it making it easier for video phones?
Well, the concept of video phones has been around for a long time, and our company's been involved with a lot of those efforts. Our newest video phone is actually a device that plugs, again, right into your high-speed internet connection, and in addition to being able to do unlimited long distance and caller ID, call waiting, all the features you're used to on your phone service, you also get very high-speed, almost television quality video, and that's being enabled because those broadband networks out there give us a pipe that we can put all that data through.
As you say, video phone technology has been around for a while. It was sort of the great leap into the future in the 60s. I can remember it at World's Fair demonstrations and that sort of thing. Why has it taken so long to catch on? Why isn't it more widely used, or as widely used as people thought it would be some years ago?
Yeah, for anyone that's used video phones of the past, you know, the video quality just didn't live up to people's expectations. It wasn't like watching TV. And that's what's really different with today's high-speed data networks, is you get an instant-on, high-speed, full-motion video of the other side. And that's been coupled with the fact that the video phone here works just like a regular telephone. You see it's got a phone keypad on it, and to call another video phone subscriber, all you have to do is dial their phone number. And people know how to do that. The video phones of the past had remote controls and all sorts of things that people weren't used to using.
And we've seen in business and in government video phones, or at least video phone technology being used for video conferencing and that sort of thing. What sorts of people are using it in their homes? Who's buying this for home use?
It's really people that have families that are far away. We have a lot of international customers that have families overseas that either, you know, you might be able to see your family in person once every couple of years, or maybe not at all. People like me that travel a lot, you know, it lets me see my kids every night at home, makes them feel like I'm not as far away as I am. So really anyone that wants to communicate at a distance, and the internet is the great distance equalizer because it doesn't care who you're calling. You can get anywhere in the world instantly on the internet, and that's what's making the breakthrough here.
And talk about the internet telephone in general. How broadly or how widely is this in use in the United States now?
You know, voice over IP as applied to residential users is a brand new phenomenon. It's only been around now for a couple of years. Our service is 2 years old. And if you look at the penetration rates, there's a very small number of people using these technologies today. But the interesting thing is that the growth rate of the technologies, even though it's a small number today, has been phenomenal, and we see people very interested in signing up for the services. You know, today mainly to save money on their phone bills. You can drastically cut your phone bill with these types of services, and things like the video phone lets you call anywhere in the world for free using that high-speed video connection.
You say cut the cost for these telephone calls. So this is, you pay a flat rate, or do you pay by call like you do on traditional landlines?
Yeah, you on our service you pay a flat rate, and it's about $20 a month, and it gives you unlimited long distance, and it gives you a phone number anywhere you want it. And included in the $20 is, you know, all of the features that we've been used to paying the old phone companies extra for, things like voicemail and caller ID and call waiting. Those features are all bundled in for free. And then anytime you call anywhere outside the U.S. and Canada, if you're calling another Packet 8 user, it's a free call. If you're calling someone on the traditional landline, there's a small per minute charge that's added onto your international calls. But even those rates, we're using voice over IP to really lower the rates of those international calls quite dramatically.
Telephone by internet. Bryan Martin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Bryan. Coming up next on Ahead of the Curve.